Okay, I'm not going to put your face. Okay, I'm going to let you in here. Okay, I'm going to let you in here now. I want to see if you're verified. Okay, it says you've been authenticated. Okay, here we go, Mick. Go ahead.
Yes. Can you hear me, sir?
I hear you loud and clear. Yeah, you're there.
Oh, that's great. Okay, I had to use my my auxiliary phone. I have two phones, and well, I'm glad I didn't get rid of my old phone because it makes for a good.
No, you're not. You weren't being recorded. I mean, as far as you like looking in the little chat, I just need to kind of see that you're not going to whip out your you know what in this camera.
Right. No, I totally understand that certain precautions need to be taken, just for safety and all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't dox people. I'm not into that game. I got better things to do than if I'm that immature at that point, I need to be off this thing. Okay,
well,
so tell me what.
What I would say is you're pretty well known and respected within the community, so that's why I was willing to actually even show you that part of my face. Yeah. But yeah, please don't.
No, I don't have to record. The only recording going on is the one on YouTube recording upload, and everything's in the background until I actually upload you to this server thing. Okay. But here's the question: What are your observations about TFL in a nutshell? I mean, do you feel like this problem is an epidemic problem?
Well, what I would say is, of course, I have a channel with over 2,000 subscribers. I have over 700 full-length videos talking all about this stuff, including TFL. I see TFL as like the redheaded stepchild to MGTOW. It's definitely something that we can, colloquially we call it, part of the manosphere. I think the TFLers, it's interesting. I have this idea that, like, in a way, there's no such thing as a TFLer because anyone with a car that works and a $50 bill can go down to Vegas and get a call girl. But yes, essentially, yeah.
Okay, well, but a call girl. Wait, hold on a second. A call girl involves possible law enforcement, and that's not feasible for most people. Most people don't want the call girl to be an undercover cop. That's a huge risk. Do you realize that? That's a felony in some states, which means you're not going to get a job in Texas if you get a felony for something like that.
Right. For example, even though it may not be a felony, a lot of places in Texas, let's say, for example, you solicit a prostitute and you are caught on school ground, like within the perimeter of a school, or within the perimeter of what do you call it, like a church. Then it's bumped up to a felony. You're right. There are some. Yes, you have to be very careful. Yeah.
Well, I don't do the whole process. I never did it, but I'm saying that I can understand why. Like Todd Thundercock always says, "Well, I just get hookers." Well, okay, that's fine, Todd, that you do that, but you realize you're taking risks when you do that. Unless you have a network of people that swap around these girls, that I wouldn't probably go near with a 10-foot pole, but. To just make it casual and say anybody can get a hooker is just nonsense, because a lot of people don't have the connections. No, where would you get a hooker? It's not like 1975 or it was the hooker that gets arrested, not the John. Back in the late 80s, you saw the show Cops. They reversed it. Now it's the John that gets arrested.
Oh, right.
The guy that's soliciting the hooker.
Right, I've actually made videos.
Everyone knows somebody that's been busted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I don't think that when you say that doesn't make you a TFLer, I don't agree with that. I think TFL, what I define true force loneliness as, and that's what TFL is for short, is true force loneliness is the concept written by Bill Greathouse, where a guy can go year after year after year, even if he's been married at one time in life, and not have a woman, and his whole life he sees the world going by fast, and he sees women that have unlimited options and men have no options. I mean, a society that is in some severe trouble if the men and the women, the only thing a man and a woman can have is a friendship, not a friendship, but a relationship with the cashier at the store. That's all that most men have. It's hi, how you doing? You see a woman in the hallway, in an elevator, hi, how you doing? But that's all it's ever going to get to. And that's most men's relationships with women. There's no popular guy just slaying it with all the women. I don't know. You may know somebody like that. I don't know anybody like that. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I agree with you. It's really tragic. I think that we're moving towards what you can call like a sexless society. First, I want to say that I sort of thought that you were kind of the father of what they call TFL or True Force Loneliness. I think I want to mention this. The very first time I heard your name, I had never heard of you. This was years ago. This was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. There was a gentleman. Yeah. I think he was called Traversable. Have you ever heard of Traversable MGTOW?
Yeah, Traversable MGTOW. In fact, Traversable lived only about 14 miles from my house, and he never wanted to meet up. I said, "Why don't we hang out?" It was just to say hi, grab coffee. He's like, ththese people are all real insular. They're real paranoid.
Yeah, some of
14 miles from my house. That's all he lives.
I think if I remember correct, he told me he lives in Ohio. I can't recall.
He lives in Lorain County, and I live in Cuyahoga, so we're both very close to each other. Yeah.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, I was having a chat with him, and one of his compatriots, the name of his handle, he named his handle Steve Hoca fanboy or Steve Hoca fan club, and I was like,
oh, hilarious!
Who is Steve Hoca? Who is this name that people bandy around the manosphere? And then I ended up looking you up, and apparently you have your own. You do your own work. You make your own videos.
I don't do the. I don't.
So getting back to what I was saying about.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm letting you go ahead.
Okay. So getting back to what I was saying. True Force Loneliness or TFL. I sort of see as like, I don't know what you want to call it, MGTOW adjacent, Red Pill adjacent. I sort of see you guys as like our friends or I don't want to say our political allies, but yeah, I think ultimately it's a political problem. I think in small towns, you're right. In small to medium-sized towns, true TFLism or True Force Loneliness is a real issue. But I think in big cities like Chicago, I hail from Chicago. Whatever, Chicago, LA, New York, Miami, whatever. I think it is a little bit easier to just kind of...
It is, but you realize that the woman has to initiate it with you. The man doesn't go up to the woman and romance her. She has to show interest in you first. And what I see today is that's not happening for the majority of men. What I see is just a bunch of men that are by themselves or working out, and then occasionally there's some dude at the gym, and he's always got a girl, be some oofy doofy looking guy. There is always some guy who does not fit who you think. You would swear with. I saw a guy the other day. I not at the gym, but I swear he would have been an incel or a TFLer. He had a bald head, and he had an eclectic girlfriend, and he had a girlfriend. We can't say it's the looks anymore. It's not the looks that's doing this. I think typically what's happening is women are more apt to date down because of the demographics being screwed up, and they have the choice. They're actually dating the less attractive guy. This is coming out of the mouth of Hell by the Dashboard Light as a means of not feeling inferior. Like, look at me, I can date this oofy doofy guy, and I can just dump him.
Right.
I mean, this is kind of.
Right. You're mentioning you're not now.
Oofy doofy phenomenon is real. It's real.
This oofy doofy theory. So I'm hearing competing theories. For example, to the contrary of what you just said. I was listening to I think his name was Professor Jiang. You may have heard of Professor Jiang. He's become popular as of late. He's talking about how it's the exact opposite. What he's saying, it's not. Yeah,
he's another one. He's a guy with 450,000 subscribers. Like this is my gripe: is all these people have these huge subscriber rates. Nobody can explain how they got them. It's just like my channel hangs at 2,500, and yet all these people just pop up and they've got million subscribers. Nobody explains how they're getting these. I think this is all a psyop. I really do. I don't think that this is organically happening.
That could be people like Professor Jiang. For all we know, he could be a plant. You know what I'm saying? Some people, why is it that
somebody that gives you false hope? Yeah. Well, the trend happening today, I did a video with Bill Greathouse called Hope Porn. Hope Porn is when you do these channels where you get a guy or a woman on there, and they'll make fun of other women. And they'll say, see, women are losing and men are winning, but it's all fake because, no, I think we need to reset that. The men are the ones losing and the women are the ones winning. I don't believe that women are losing because 1 out of 1,000 women gets on TikTok and cries and says, I can't find a decent man. Most women are not complaining. Most women are doing very well when it comes to getting attention from men. So this idea that women are losing and men are winning is just, but this hope porn is all out there.
Okay, so my response to that is I completely agree with you. And by the way, I saw that video. That was like I don't think it was your last video. I think it was like your second to last video. You were talking about this hope porn.
3 months ago.
Yeah. And you were talking about how, and I know exactly what you're talking about. Like I do. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. An alarm is going off.
He's a fat white guy named Men Need to Be Heard. He's a yuppie fat white guy that looks blue collar, but he's not. He's a marketing agent. And he probably gets an email every morning.
Yeah, you and that guy were talking. You guys brought up a number of channels. One of them was like Comic Verse.
Comic Verse. Another one of the guys. Hope porn. Yeah.
Yeah, men need to have a voice or something like that. And I sort of men need to be heard. Well, so the point is, so in the final analysis. In conclusion, yes, I agree. We see an uptick in, like, you can call it whatever you want. I guess you call it hope porn. This idea that, like, oh yeah, these women, they're out here struggling. Oh, they're so desperate. Oh, look at these poor women. We're sticking it to them now. Yeah, I agree. That's all bullshit. The real truth is, we're moving to look at Japan. Look at Japan. We're moving towards. Look at Japan. Look at South Korea. Okay, we're moving towards a sexless society. Japan has like 600,000 fewer people today than they did 1 year ago. No one is having kids in Japan.
Oh yeah, it's the thing. Yeah. No, in 1 year they lost.
I guess in Japan they call
a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, you could do the math on that. I mean, I guess they call them the hikikomori. The
hikikomoris. Hikikomoris.
Yeah, the grass eaters or whatever. We're in big trouble, So I know you go in one direction. I'm a MGTOW type guy, so I go in a slightly different direction. What I tell men,
you know what? I don't know, but you're jumping around here, and the voice is cutting in and out.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
You there?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me better now?
I don't think that they're the power that you like. Well, the powers that be don't like what I talk about because they but yeah, what I'm saying is the hope porn. This guy who calls himself Men Need to Be Heard. He's a marketing guy. He's a big fat, probably he has kids, but yet he wants to. One of the lies that he said, and it's a big lie, is men are not lonely. It's all a myth. Bullshit. He has something that's called a blackout budget. It's the government has unlimited money to do this. They can feed these people into YouTube and say, look, we'll pay you $100,000 and we'll put your subscribers. If you just go out there and we'll read you a script and you read off the script and do it. And I think this is exactly what they've done. Is the CIA budget could do this,
that could be. What I would say to that is I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
That's weird.
Can you hear me?
I did not pause your microphone. And see if your microphone's not been paused.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it and then unpause it.
My God, Big Toe, do I kick you out and let you back in or what? Okay. Why are you pausing in the first place?
Can you hear me better now? I paused it and then unpaused it. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I listen. I'm not trying to sound paranoid here, but every time I have these I hear you. But you're okay. Keep talking. Tell me what you want to say.
Oh, okay. Maybe it would be better if I jump off and then try to jump back on in 5 minutes or something.
No. You're okay now. You're okay.
Oh, you can hear me now.
Okay. Just so the hikikomori thing. Yeah, go ahead. Talk. I want to let you take the floor.
Yeah, no, basically that's it. So I see TFLers, basically I agree with like 90% of what you say. I don't have any evidence that, again, at this point, I've listened to probably like half of your videos. I like most of your content. I don't have any proof that there are black ops,
right. You don't have to agree, by the way. You don't have to agree with me. That's another thing. I don't expect people to agree with everything. I have theories, but I'm not preaching the gospel. Like, until I came along, nobody knew anything. No, that's nonsense. I tell people this is my theory. I think that these there is a black op budget going on, and right now these people like men need to be heard are phonies. They know they're phonies. He's a married guy with kids who's lived a heterosexual normal life, and he's preaching the gospels like he knows what's going on. It's absolutely insane.
I also think it's worth mentioning.
My phone off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your alarm's going off. Okay. I also think
I'm just shutting my phone off. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Okay. I also think it's worth mentioning that, some of this is still maybe nefarious, but not that nefarious. Like maybe some of these guys, maybe they're not like, what's the word? Maybe it's not a psyop, but really they're just, essentially they're grifters, where it's like you have these guys who, again, I've watched.
Well, they're very well. There's that one guy who calls him. Yeah, Better Bachelor. Better Bachelor is one of them, and he's a guy he's another bearded fat white guy that he's a pudgy fatso, and he's got 500,000 to 1 million subscribers, and he's just somehow he's doing do. He got the elevator music playing in this background, and it's so stupid. Like these people seem to edit video very well. Did you notice that they're all professional editors? They know how to graphically cut video and do all these fancy inlays and all this fancy. They take all this time to do this for their ego. Yeah.
And also remember he claims that he wants to help men, that he wants to have like for lack of a better term, he wants to build like a retreat in the wilderness and bring men there and help men and all that. My understanding is he has not yet completed that goal, but he does most certainly sell products, and he does most certainly accept donations, and he does most certainly sell subscriptions that I think he runs something on Locals where he watches movies, and you can subscribe to him for $5 a month, and I think a certain some government entity or some powerful entity is interrupting ours. You're cutting out, and someone says I'm cutting out. That's crazy. This may not be by accident, but we need to do a